All right, what's up, friends? Fellow board gamers? How y'all doing? My name's Taylor, and this was an unplanned video, but I was doing some shopping this afternoon. My local Barnes & Noble. Like I always do, if I'm over in the area, I pop in just to, they've always got a great selection of board games, and so I'm just popping in, see what's new, see what they've got, hit the sale rack, which I've done recently in the last couple of weeks. I don't know if, not many people have seen it, but I did post a video, an unboxing video of the board game Harvest that I picked up at Barnes & Noble for like 15 or 16 bucks. It was on sale. It was on the cheap counter, the discount counter or table for 20 bucks, and then I had a $5 off thing. So I got it for 15 bucks. Well, I was in there today and I came across another game that I've seen talked about, reviewed. I've seen the gameplay of it and always thought it was interesting, but whatever reason, I never picked it up. Never thought it was worth, I guess, the full price, $40. It's a DeVere game, and I've been pretty high on some of the other DeVere games that I have, but I wasn't. I just never got around to this one, but now I have, and this is Ring Circus. And I'm going to list off some names here on the back. If I mispronounce it, I'm sorry. Fabio Lopiano and Remo Canzadori and Edu Valls, David Turksey. Those are the designers of the game. And if do y'all see this sticker? Can y'all see that? That says $7. Folks, $7. I didn't even hesitate. I saw a cheap $7 sticker on this thing, and I said, okay, sold, $7, you got me. And I guess if you can see, there's two stickers on there. So it had been previously, it looks like, I can't tell what that said, maybe $15. Maybe $10, I don't know. And then they reduced it down to $7. I don't know how this thing was still on the shelf there for $7. This is typically, I think, a $39.99, $40 game retail. And I don't care if this game had a 6.0 rating, a 5.0 rating, if it was going to get bad reviews. I don't care if I didn't have any more space on my shelf. For $7, I was going to get it. You can't even go to Chick-fil-A or something fast. You can't even get a fast food meal for cheaper than $7 these days, unless you just get a few things off the dollar menu. For $7, it's now in my collection. And I'm gonna crack this thing open and just see what it's like. See if I feel like it was worth the $7 $7.49 with tax to pick this thing up. So I'm cracking this thing open and I'm looking at these components. These are the tints, each faction colored tints here. I don't know if is this plastic or is this wood. We've got blue, yellow here. And then I see a red and a purple. And then we've got maybe first player tokens, score track tokens. There's some other stuff in there. There's a few, several components in that little bag too. And then we've got, this is a DeVere thing here. They've got rule books of several different language variations. There's an English one. I can read this one, but a lot of rule books here in different languages, guys. The English one was on the top, but that's cool. What I do with these DeVere games and the rule books like this, I take all these out, these other ones out. I just throw them. I have a drawer full of these rule books that I can't even read. I don't want to throw them away. I definitely don't do that, but I do throw them in a drawer and they hang out in there and collect dust, and they wait for the next set of rule books to drop in on top of them. But 5 rule books. With that, then we've got, let's do this, a couple of decks of cards here. Let's actually get in the rule book here. I like to do this so I can see like what kinds of cards do we have here. We've got some money cards, some ticket cards, some in-game scoring cards, some city cards, and then some Barnum tiles, city tokens, and whatnot. These are player boards. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, and each one of these is a different circus act, like a different name. You got the East Coast Circus is the blue. It's got a little whale on it. You've got the Magic Rolling Circus purple. And then you've got, what is this? The King, the Ring King Circus. That's yellow, but that's actually got some purple into it. That's going to be the yellow though. And then the red, you got the Flying Lady Circus. So you got 4 different circuses. Each one is different for each player, and that's cool. Let's stretch one of these out. These are good quality boards though. I mean, this cardboard is thick and sturdy. It doesn't appear to be warped. I know this, I've got my iPad here. Let's see, when did this game come out? 2023. And so these boards don't appear to be warped, and they've been sitting on the shelf for maybe 3 years. But these are in great condition. I love this. The artwork is good. I don't know what all these icons mean yet, but I'm digging the player boards. Player boards are cool. All right, and then you've got the actual game board here. This is another 6-piecer, but these pieces are relatively small to fit in this small box. And yeah, that's right side up. But this board is really colorful. And I guess it's kind of a map of the United States. I see Washington, D.C. here. I see New York. And then, of course, I don't know. I mean, it's easy to kind of guess and assume what this game is about. You're going to be traveling the country and performing your circus acts. But very nice board. It's not too huge. I mean, this looks like it's not going to be much of a table hog. The player boards are of good size, but the game board itself is not monstrous. So that'll fit on a table right here, nice and neat. And, oh shoot, okay, got the cards, stack of cards we'll put over here. Player boards, we'll stick those over there. And then we've got some punch outs. What is this? Let's see what this is. Oh, and this, I was going to tell y'all, this game was rated a 7.2 on BGG, and it is a 1 to 4 player game, so it is a solo play because, like I said, 80% of my plays are going to be solo. And it is age 12 up, 45 to 75 minutes. And it's a 2.75 on the difficulty scale. So overall, 1,597th ranked game, but the 870th ranked strategy game. All right, I don't know. I'm gonna punch these things out here. I don't know what this is. Should I look at the back of the box? What do we have here that I got to punch out and put together? Box doesn't say. Let's get the old rule book out here and see what that is that we're punching out here and putting together. That's called the closed region tiles. Okay. So each player's board is called a circus board, and then this would be the closed regions board that we would put together here, assemble. We got these little tokens here. We're going to punch them out, put them off to the side, and then we're going to toss this little thing. It's flimsy little cardboard. Do that on the floor with the shrink wrap. Let's see, we've got, more of these closed region tiles to punch out, along with some of this other stuff in here. And I don't, but this is good thick. This is good thick quality cardboard, especially to have been in this box doing nothing but hanging out with each other. These components for the last 3 years, just waiting for me to pick it up for $7. But overall, I'm impressed. For $7, I would, if you can catch it at your Barnes and Noble, at your local Barnes and Nobles for $7, but and a 7.2, did I say? 7.2 ranking on Board Game Geek. That's pretty good. When you get into the 8s and the little icon turns green from blue, it's a really, really good game. I've noticed that anything like that's ranked 8 and up on Board Game Geek is, the ones that I've played, I've thoroughly enjoyed. And so this one, 7.2, not too far off from that. And I do like the theme. I like the circus theme. I can think of a couple of other circus themed games off the top of my head. It's not like the nature theme or, the space theme where the market is just flooded with those types of games. So this is unique. I don't know that the only thing close to this circus themed game that I have is Tricarion, right over here on my right, which that's a magic show, but it's performing art. And I'm looking forward to getting 3 Ring Circus to the table. It might be my next playthrough video. But for $7, one heck of a deal, and I'm glad that that I found it and picked it up, because there've been a couple of times where I've grabbed it and looked at it and put it back down just because $40, but $7, I got it, and I'll get it to the table soon and let you know how I think about it, if I would rank it a 7.2 or higher or lower. So give me a thumbs up if you liked it, the video. Maybe subscribe, and I'll keep putting out more content and keep changing my setting and my lighting and my audio, and hopefully these videos are getting better. The last playthrough I just did of the Old King's Crown, when I finally went back, I was doing all the editing on my iPhone. It looked fine when I got it done, but then when I watched it on the big screen TV on YouTube, it was, I had the camera that was mounted on my left shoulder was attached to the table, and my table in there rocks every time I touch it. So the camera was really shaky. So sorry about that. I'm working on it, and it is a work in progress, and I'm gonna try to get better at this stuff, and hopefully more people will want to watch it one day. But those of you that are watching it all the way through, I really do appreciate it. This is really fun for me. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.